It's to the north, dude. It's gonna be to the
Oh,
north.
look at it! Look at it!
Oh, it came in. Oh shit! It was a fat boy.
Dude.
Oh, I'm getting hit by wind. Whoa!
Hey guys, Joshua32 here, coming at you with some Fallout 76 gameplay, and today I want to talk to you about nukes and where to drop them. In the last couple of days, all of the nuke codes for this week were solved and posted on Reddit. That meant a lot of nukes were being dropped. I participated and dropped several nukes myself, and as a result, I have kind of a good idea, or at least somewhat of a decent idea, of where you should and should not drop nukes. The first place we tried dropping a nuke was the Palace of the Winding Path. And this was an interesting choice because when we dropped it, at first there was an event there. The event's pretty challenging in and of itself, even if you don't drop the nuke. But this after the event was finished, the novelty kind of wore off. There wasn't that many mobs to be had. Not much stuff spawned in that area, and it was quite frankly, after a little boring, to be honest with you. So all in all, that wasn't a great spot to bomb. The second place we saw that was getting bombed was in Mount Blair. This place is a workshop, and somebody had a workshop there, and for whatever reason, somebody decided to nuke said workshop. Which is kind of rough, but what are you going to do? This was another example of one of those kind of spawns where it seems like if there's not much naturally spawning before you nuke it, then not much spawns after you nuke it, which kind of makes sense to me. It's a little unfortunate though that we had to launch nuke there just to figure that out. Wasn't very eventful, wasn't too fruitful, right? So that was also not a very good place to pick for a nuke. Unless you know a place that spawns a lot of mobs in that area, I would avoid it. The third spot that we participated in was the Fisher Site or the Fisher Site Prime areas. This caused the Scorched Queen to spawn, and it was crazy insane, and it was a pretty good for high level people, but for people such as myself at the time, I was only like rank 30, 32, 33. It was a little tough, but I still hung in there and got as much XP as possible. We didn't have enough people there to be able to take the queen out, but if you're willing to go through the resources that it takes to do so, it's a good way to level up. However, I think there's better ways to go about doing that. This did, however, give me some decent weapon drops, so that wasn't too bad. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get that Scorched Queen, but not today. The fourth spot I participated in was Watoga. Watoga got nuked, and I was like afraid because the last one that we just did caused the Scorched Beast to appear, the Scorched Beast Queen to appear. And this time she did not appear. It wasn't close enough to Fisher Site Prime, I suppose. So as a result, she didn't appear. But that was the thing. Robots aren't really affected by the explosions. So it doesn't make them any more powerful or less powerful. They're just there like they normally are. So the majority of the bad guys or the NPCs that you face against in Watoga are actually still the same. You run into some super mutants every now and again. You have the chance to run into like Mirelurk queens and stuff like that. But for us, it didn't actually show up. Most of the time we were fighting the same old mobs that you see in Watoga, just without... but now you're getting irradiated at the same time that you're fighting all the mobs in Watoga. So it just kind of made Watoga worse than it already is. So that was another spot that I didn't really enjoy because of the fact that, like I said, robots don't really get affected. For me, so far, the best place to drop a nuke at this point, if you're not going to try to kill the Scorched Beast Queen, is White Springs Resort. We were running into a lot of decent mobs there. They were dropping very decent loot. You ran into a bunch of legendaries there. It was pretty good. I actually ran into a legendary Yagwai there, and oh man, it was level 76. I did not stand a chance. Power armor or not, I did not stand one single chance, and it was pretty rough. Ultimately, I would say that's probably the best spot for now, until they change the way that nukes work. Some places that I wouldn't mind trying, if it is at all possible, would be someplace like Kitty Corner Cabins up in the north side of the map, or maybe even Bailey Family Cabin that's a little bit east of that. There's also a Fisher site up there that I wouldn't mind trying to nuke, just to see how well that would work out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I'm doing videos like this every week. So until next time, I'll catch you later.
Focus on the pillars of transcendence. Focus on keeping out the discordant forces.
What level is he?
29.
Oh yeah,
He's trying to shoot me, but he's doing no damage.
You feel as if you are one with the universe, Earth.
Just picking up everything they have. Not even. Right now's a good time to not be able to get over encumbered, dude. I weigh 7,060. I mean 760 right now.
God.
Your existence on this world is merely temporary.
I literally pick up everything I find, every
Palace of
single
the
weapon.
winding path will help you
Yeah,
ascend
I'm trying to get all
beyond
this yellow
that
cake flux
limitation.
because I need it.
Oh, bunch of what?
I need yellow cake flux, which I can get from these flowers.
What does that give you?
Oh, there we go. Josh, do you have a key card? Do you have like a new key card?
No.
Dude, I have 1,000. I have 1,000